anything about being Amish. You don't question. You just more or less just give up. It's not that they're forced to, but they want to. Most of the Amish feel that they would want to be what they're supposed to do.
Now $30 bill for a $30, 25, 30. At the 25 now, $30 bill, $30 bill.
Even as a young kid, I think I realized the benefits of being in a close-knit community. And if you're going to have good community, each individual has to give up some of that individuality.
After I left the Amish church, I was shunned. If you join church and then leave, they'll shun you. The shunning for them is their last way of showing you they love you. They think that you're breaking a promise that you made to the Amish church. Well, they're afraid for your soul. I lost the support of my family. Nobody would talk to me. It was like I wasn't even there. When I moved out on my own, my dad always told me, "You'll never make it. You can't live without us." The more he said that, the more I wanted to prove that I could. As time goes on, things keep getting brighter.
I slept for 5 days straight. First 5 days that I was off, I slept for 5 days straight. I woke up like 3 times. And that was just to get a drink of water and eat a little bit. I'd go back to bed. My mom and dad thought I was gonna die.
When I first met Farron, he'd been clean for about 3 weeks. He never smoked weed or even drank beer or anything. So I knew him being himself, and I liked it.
All my aunts and uncles were like so happy for me, you know, that I got an Amish girlfriend. They kept on coming up to me. You got such a nice girlfriend, you know, congratulating me, so.
A lot of the young kids, when they get together, they're allowed to date and stuff like that without being chaperoned, like some of the English would have to be chaperoned. It's more or less condoned in some of their families that, not that they have sex, but that they get pretty intimate. You know, they're allowed to. You put them in a room together, in a dark room together. I mean, you know, things are going to happen.
We've got the problems of unwed mothers, premarital sex, dope, drinking, smoking, and all that. We've got every problem that the society has got in the world today. If our young folks are involved in these things before they're members of the church, we have no jurisdiction over them. But if they got rid of all those things and come back within the ordinance of our church, we would welcome them back with open arms.
good things about being Amish, they have one goal. And their whole life they're working for that one goal. The goal is basically to get to heaven.
Amish don't have to worry about violence on television. They don't have to worry about the telephone ringing off the hook. They don't have to worry about keeping in the style with the hair. You don't have to worry about your car breaking down. We can always go to a neighbor and borrow a horse.
I definitely think the stress is lower in Amish families. Just a slower pace of living. You think, man, I can't watch TV or nothing like that, you know. But you find other stuff to do. You communicate more with your family.
Knowing that people care about you, that whatever might befall you in life, if you're sick or your house burns or anything like that, that people are going to be there. They're going to show up, and nobody's going to have to go and come. They're going to just be there.
Here's like most of the stuff that we made. A lot of it's covered in snow right now, but actually I made that. We didn't have any patterns for that, but I saw a picture of it in the magazine, so I decided to come up with it. Dad's planning on building a big ass shop out there, like to make stuff in. Hopefully by next year this time, we'll have 30, 40 people working for us. Have it all set up real nice out there. That's all industrial zone. It's all ready for it, So it's gonna be pretty nice. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 or so Bibles laying around. You build a house, you gotta make sure it's got a basement big enough to have church in. 2, 3 weeks ago, something like that. We had church here. There's like that section on that side of the stairs, like all the women and all the girls are seated. Right here, there's like a bench, and the preachers are lined up here and here. The preacher stands like right here, so like everybody in the church can see him. Like this side is all men, because the men and the women don't sit together. So I don't know. I kind of like the thought of an Amish church. My dad's a preacher, and I love listening to him preach.
We always like to tease him about he's gonna be a preacher and stuff because his dad's a preacher.
He can stand there and really preach about stuff.
Yeah, he just talk and talk. Like father, like son. I mean, if his dad's a preacher, he's got a pretty good chance of becoming a preacher too.
There's a lot of pressure there for joining church. A lot of pressure, there's people pressuring, to join church. I don't know. Ask me, man, that's my decision, Why can't everybody do this like they want to? Why do you have to, but Dad always says, the Amish.
I'm going to be joining the Amish church this fall. So right now I wear English clothes, on the weekends and stuff. I do when I go with my boyfriend. He's going to be joining church this fall too. He'll have to give his license up, it's going to be hard, yeah, but I know he can do it.
The Amish boys and girls, they will sometimes not appear to be satisfied as Amish. But after a couple of years, they'll settle down and they'll sell their car and they'll get a horse and buggy and they'll get married and they'll be Amish, an Amish family.
It was hard to give up some of the stuff. Oh yeah, it definitely was.
What do you miss?
My transportation, basically,
I
I was joining church tomorrow, I'd miss my vehicle, first of all, big time.
Once you get a vehicle, you kind of realize what the other people are going through, you know, what pace they're going, you know. If you got a horse and buggy, there's people going boom, boom, you know, going around you, and you're like, wow.
I don't think as much about my transportation unless I get on my bicycle like this morning. It was raining and, oh geez, here I gotta go bike to work, you know.
My clothes was the biggest thing. That was the hardest thing to change when I was joining church.
I did run a lot every day, you know, after work. Just put on shorts and t-shirt and go running, which now I don't do that because running in a dress.
I miss my music, you know, that I grew up with.
One of my favorite times was when I was at like the Ozfest 99 and Godsmack and all those concerts. I love concerts.
First, probably 3 or 4 years after we was married and joined the church, why I thought for a while I just couldn't make it, but oh well, I got used to it. It's not that bad anymore.
He was so happy at that time. He and his family were getting along. He had a great job at home. He loved it. And then, well, we broke up.
I guess I got a little too serious too quick with her. I mean, she's still kind of young. Well, really young, actually.
I remember when I first met Farron, he used to always say he'll be Amish. He wants that, but I've decided I don't. I just can't see myself living that way for the rest of my life.
That'd be like my dream. Marrying somebody like him and like just having a happy life. But life sucks. Lately, all I do is get drunk and act like a fucking fool. I got in a fight at the fucking bowling alley and shit. Oh man, it's just kind of going downhill again.
When I was a young Amish girl, I never dreamt that I would ever have a career. Your options were kind of laid out for you. You would become a homemaker and a mother. I've been doing a lot of thinking about going to college. Something that I think I'd be very interested in would be being a counselor. I used to take counseling right after I left the Amish. I was really struggling at that point, and counseling was very helpful. It's very exciting for me to be able to think that I have all these options out there. It's freeing, it's awesome.
I don't know if what I'm doing is right. My parents say it's wrong because they're afraid I'll have no chance of living a Christian life. But I told them just give me a chance. I just want to see if I can actually make it on my own.